Okay, now let's talk about the quick icon settings. And with the quick icon settings, let me go ahead and just enable these. Click Save. And this is what we see here. These are just temporary icons. Some of these actually go places like this YouTube one, but these are configurable over in the site configuration. Let me go ahead and just go to that. This icon navigation here, this little cursor hitting the blue button. You can select and edit these, change the icon, change the link or the name, as well as add new ones if you'd like to, or rearrange them just by dragging these around. But for now, let's just go over the settings. So we have a title, which is just the title of the settings there. Only you're seeing that, just like with the slideshow. We also have the layout, if this is stacked or default. Now default is actually, let me go ahead and show you. This is what default looks like. These are just still stacked here, but I can change that by changing this icons per row to say 2. Now you'll see 2 icons in a row and 2 icons in a row, or 3, which is going to look pretty strange. All right, and we have an outline to this as well because I have the show border around icons. So let me change that back to 2, and I remove the border. These are just white here. Okay, so those are the basic settings. Now over in styles, again, we have things like colors. If I want to change the text color, the text, this test icon or bell schedule there, the background color, let's go ahead and change that to primary so that the background is going to be blue so that we can see that a little better. The icon color, we can change that to light so that it's going to be white. The text hover color, so whenever I hover over an icon, the text will change to that blue color. The icon background hover color, so whenever I hover over this, this should change to, let's say, a blue color. Typically, you'll want this to be different from the icon background color, just so it looks different. So I'll just say secondary. The icon hover color, so whenever I hover over this, what's the actual color of the icon? And then the color of the border around icons. So before you saw like that white kind of, or that blue kind of ring going around this, and that's configured, the color is actually configured from here if I want to change this. But let's go ahead and save and see what the new icons look like. Okay, and then hover over it, and you see the background gets that orange color there. Okay, then we have things like dimensions, and just changing the height if I want this to be much larger. Again, we have more basic settings. So if we want to say give this some padding here, change around the module padding, which is just how much space is between each spaces between each um, icon there, or actual module actually. Module padding is kind of ambiguous, so don't really worry about that too much. The icon content, if I want them centered, let's see, justify icon content. No real changes there, so it's probably not something that we can see um, with our current settings. Yeah, which is perfectly fine. So you don't really need to worry about that one either. Then the text font size, so how large I would like this text here, test icon or bell schedule. Again, animation or custom CSS. Don't worry about these too much. And lastly, we have background. If you remember from before, we had the gradient going across or setting around an image. Let's go ahead and set an image there, and we'll just save. Okay, so now we have an image in the background there. It's like a stock photo there. Okay, so that's just about everything with this quick icon settings here. And next we can talk about the mission settings.